Okay, so you're probably looking at this channel nowadays and you're thinking, I'm sorry, did this somehow turn into a web series about Star Wars abroad? Because I thought this was on geek culture in general. To which I say, because that would mean that the creator of this channel has some sort of bias towards Star Wars, and we just know that can't be possible. But all joking aside, yeah, obviously there's some bias going on here because, you know, art is a subjective medium and my favorite movie is Star Wars, so yeah, obviously I'm gonna be more drawn towards that. But I also think it's something more than that. I mean, it is everywhere. And if we're talking about contemporary geek and pop culture, it touches everything, which I mean is awesome. I love that I can go to all of these countries and talk about a movie I love, but it also it highlights a major flaw in my project. Because you see, for a lot of people, Star Wars is pretty emblematic of Americanism and American history and culture. But don't take my word for it, because Petra from the Despecialized video, he wrote his entire undergraduate thesis on this exact topic.
The original Star Wars is an amalgamation of all these influences, like the Western films and the Japanese films, and basically it created a modern myth for America. Because the last mythology that America had was the Western film, and that was already faded by the late 1970s. So what George Lucas did was create new American mythology.
So then let's follow this logic, okay? So if Star Wars is emblematic of American culture, then me, an American girl, was given some money to go abroad, to talk to people in other cultures and other countries and ask them what they think about Star Wars, about American culture. It's like, hey, yeah, I think your culture is cool and all, but like, what do you think about mine? It's kind of like inherently at the core of everything I'm doing. If one is going to look at geek culture globally, how people think about American culture and American identity, it's gonna be a major part of it, because so many of these things are American movies and TV shows. And so this is where I was at the beginning of this project. I wrote about this exact problem in my project proposal many moons ago. But unsurprisingly, the world said, Lara, you have no idea what you're talking about. Star Wars has a lot to do with America, sure, but it's also an insanely malleable piece of work. Because the original movie, it's the hero's journey, the mono myth. And so it's kind of everybody's story at the same time, because the same story structure is found in all different kinds of cultures. And Star Wars kind of lifts from everything. I mean, Darth Vader's helmet looks like a samurai helmet. Taoism has to do with the light and dark side of the Force, and the Empire looks so much like Nazis. And then in addition to what's physically inside the text, the fan communities all over the world just keep on adding aspects of their own culture into the series. We're kind of dealing with a whole galaxy of content with different people and cultures and aliens. And then in addition to that, it's a long time ago, so who cares? So do you want Star Wars to reference an aspect of your own culture? Well, it probably already exists, and then if it doesn't, I mean, that's what fanfiction is for. In every country I've been to so far, I've seen examples of fans taking this series and then injecting their own aspects of their own culture and just making something entirely new, entirely their own. I haven't quite reconciled these two things yet. You know, it's amazing that people can take a series and make it their own, make it part of their own culture, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're still talking about an American property with American ideals. So, I don't know. But I'm working on it, you know? I'll get back to you. And in the meantime, I'll probably make 14 and a half videos about Star Wars. So look forward to that.